Hi, welcome everyone. Thanks to those of you who are joining in person and for those watching online, the recorded video. I hope you enjoy the session. This is another free weekly guided breathwork and meditation session. And before we get into it, I'd like to do a little bit of contemplation. So I always like to set the theme before we get into the practice to give our cognitive mind something to ponder. So we have some cards from Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now. So I'm going to have someone pick these cards. Last week it was Amish. So someone else like to pick the cards? Let's get someone new. Here, Veggie Metal. Oh, you can grab one here. There you go, got it? All right, pass it back to me. Awesome, thanks. Good one. Okay, so the card for today is the Wisdom of Surrender, and it goes as follows. Non-surrender hardens your psychological form, hardens the shell of your ego, and so creates a strong sense of separateness. Your relationships will be profoundly changed by surrender, for if you cannot accept what is, by implication you will never be able to accept anybody the way they are. That's a good one. That idea of acceptance of what is sometimes a tough pill to swallow because there are often challenging circumstances that we are not willing to accept. And sometimes our ego mistakes the concept of acceptance, meaning to say that if something bad's happening, we're saying it's good. And that's not what's being implied by the concept of acceptance. We still always reach for a better state of being and experience. We always still try to bring our focus towards love and light. But what is. So if we're in an experience of something happening and we're resisting it, we're creating more suffering for ourselves. And the Buddha talked about craving and aversion being these two big causes of suffering in our experience. Basically, resisting things that the way they are and fighting against them, or clinging to something that we think would be better, or chasing pleasure. And those two driving forces of being in resistance or aversion and craving something or clinging create this sense of suffering in our experience. And you can sort of narrow down anything in your own experience that is causing you grief or discomfort or suffering, and you can lump it into one of those two categories. And they typically involve pulling us out of being present. It's very hard to be present, completely aware of this present moment experience, and also be resisting this present moment experience. So without getting too intellectually involved in this, I just invite you in these practices to bring this sense of being very present and being in a great state of acceptance to whatever arises within at least this experience as a practice. So one concept to bring into that is when you are being fully present is bringing the sense of radical acceptance and unconditional feeling. Unconditional feeling means whatever arises physically in your body sensations, whatever thoughts come up, and whatever sort of aches and pains you might experience in your body, you're just allowing yourself to feel them and just accepting them as they are for now. This gives you a great capacity to choose to respond to stimulus and triggers that come up for you rather than being reactive to them. So it's a very powerful skill to have, to just feel what is, to be in the place of what is going on and accept it, feel it unconditionally, and try to release the resistance and the judgment and the mental narrative that we carry with us for them. Okay? And that present moment experience with unconditional feeling and radical acceptance is what I would look at as the antidote for this suffering of craving and aversion. Notice how your mind tends to pull you into remembering the past or projecting into the future. And during this practice, allow yourself to just be right here in the moment, letting go of the thoughts. You don't have to make them disappear. That's a challenge sometimes. But realize that you don't have to honor every thought. Become disinterested in them. Let them come and go. That said, let's find a comfortable position where you're either sitting or lying down or in meditation posture. As long as your spine is fairly straight, You're upright without needing to tense or hold yourself in that position. And you're not likely to fall asleep. I'd like you to feel like you can take a deep breath. You're not hunched forward, where you can inflate your lungs fully. And we're going to practice some connected breathing techniques, starting from the very basic aspects of the practice, moving into a more challenging, more intensive practice. You may want to have a sip of water before we begin. Moisten your lips. And you may want to have some Kleenex nearby for when we do the nostril breathing. Your sinuses may clear. If there's any stretching or movement you want to do to loosen up or relax beforehand, now is a good time to do that. And if you're watching the video at home, you can pause that and do that now. Okay. Now I invite you to just gently close your eyes. And just allow yourself to bring your attention inward whenever you close your eyes. You're just removing that sensory stimulus of your environment and redirecting your awareness into your inner experience. You can become aware of your body sensations. You may notice the thoughts that are going on in the background, in your mind. And become aware of your breathing and the sensations of breath in the body. I'd like you to focus on the breathing now primarily, and in particular, the sensations of breathing in your abdomen, in your belly. See if you can let your belly get very soft, and we're going to practice abdominal breathing, or what's also called diaphragmatic breathing. And so that when you breathe in, you're letting your belly get soft and full. You're not trying to tense it and push it out. You're letting it get filled up like a balloon, so that when you breathe in, the belly distends and inflates and expands. And when you breathe out, it just gently relaxes and falls back in. You might find it helpful to place a hand on your abdomen and just let the breathing become very relaxed and full. And just feel your stomach rise on the in-breath and feel your hand move. Don't overthink it. Just letting the belly get involved with the breath. And now I'd like you to continue to breathe in. Once you feel your stomach get nice and soft and full, then keep breathing in and let your chest expand right after that. It's almost like a rising feeling where your abdomen fills up and then your chest and ribcage fill up, and you're like filling the body up like you're filling a cup. And keep filling it up until it just feels like it wants to fall out, and just relax on the exhale. So using effort on the inspiration, mouth or nose, doesn't matter at this point. Belly, chest, all the way up, and let it go. Filling from the bottom up. Feel that oxygen and energy rising up in the body, inflating from the bottom all the way through the top as much as you can comfortably inhale without creating tension. And then just drop it. Complete letting go and relaxation on the exhale. Now I'd like you to intentionally remove any pausing or holding at the top and at the bottom of each respiration of each breath. So after you breathe in, belly, chest, all the way up, almost like you're breathing up into your head, don't hold it there, let it go. And after you let go, the next breath starts right into it. Up, filling, 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 no pause, let it go. No waiting, next breath. And release. And back in. And out. And continue. This is consciously connecting your breaths. We're making it circular. The in-breath rolls up over the top and naturally falls out, and then it rolls back into the next inspiration. This is the basis of the practice. Simply breathing from the belly up through into the chest, and then letting it go without any hold. And the next breath starts without any gap. By removing the pause or the gap between breaths, we are pushing out any space for thoughts to creep in. We're bringing a greater amount of oxygen to the body. And we're intentionally using as much of our lung capacity as we can, starting at the bottom, filling it up to the top, and then releasing. We're involving two aspects of the practice here. The discipline, effort aspect is the inspiration, the inhale. Be intentional about that. Really try to breathe in full, deep, pay attention. And then there's the surrender, letting go aspect, which is just the release after you inhale. It just falls out naturally, effortlessly, easily. But that next inhale is ready to go. Breathing up, filling it up, expanding, and then relaxing, releasing, contracting. Keep going. And I'm going to introduce a drum as a metronome. And I'd like you to slightly increase the tempo of your breathing to match the drum and match my breathing. You may feel a little bit lightheaded or swimmy or dizzy as we bring a lot of oxygen into your brain and your body. But just roll with it and let go of any thoughts or judgment of your experience. Here we go. Breathing in and out. And inhale, exhale. We're doing this with a nice, steady inspiration and expiration. Remember, there's no pausing or holding between the breaths. One breath rolls into the next breath. Make it connected, make it continuous. You're going to keep breathing. You can do this through your mouth or your nose, whatever feels natural for you. And now we're going to pick up the tempo just a little bit. So it's going to feel a little bit intense, but remember, this is only for a few breaths. And then when I give you the cue, you're going to exhale it all and hold it out. You're continuing to breathe as I'm speaking. You're following the tempo of the drum. And we're picking it up a little bit, beginning now. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You're almost there. Keep going. Even if you're feeling a little dizzy, even if you feel like you're dissolving, you're getting lightheaded, it's just air, it's just oxygen, it's just breath. Just a few more. Here we go. Let go of the thoughts or the judgments or the how long is it going to be or am I doing it right or what the hell is going on. Just let it all go and just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Here we go. Almost done. Now we're going to take 3 big, slow breaths and hold the last one out, beginning now. Breathe in, big. Let it go. 2 more, in. Release. Last one, you got this. Up, up, up. In. Now let it go and hold it out. Gently release. And hold it out. Hold the exhale. Now, if you don't feel like you're holding it at a comfortable place, you can reset the breath by taking a big breath in and letting it out again and finding the sweet spot to hold it. But I want everyone to meet in this place of emptiness together. Release and hold. Just be here in stillness and emptiness, and relax your body deeply, knowing that if you need to breathe before I give the cue, you can do the reset breath of in and let it go again and come back to the bottom, but you don't need to. You can forget about it now that I've mentioned it. When I give the cue to breathe in, you're going to breathe in deep and hold at the top. Getting ready to pull all of this oxygen and energy up the chain from the bottom all the way up to your head and hold it there in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Hold it in. Keep it in. Feel it. And see if you can relax your body while you're holding that breath in. See if you can let everything get very relaxed, very loose. Let your shoulders drop, let your jaw unhinge, and feel your body sensations. Feel the vibrations moving through the body, your arms and your legs. Not focusing on the sense of holding. Don't worry about the time. Knowing that you can reset if you need to. And when you exhale, I want you to imagine that all of the remaining tension in the body is just being released with your out breath. In 3, 2, 1, let it go. And breathe naturally. Just breathe. And allow the breath to happen on its own. If you find that you're still controlling the breath, imagine you're curiously waiting to see when the next breath will happen, allowing the body to breathe itself. Notice your body sensations and feel the difference in your body between when you were holding to when you're breathing now. Listen to the music and feel the vibration of the music. And imagine a warm sense of calm, relaxing energy slowly moving its way down from your head, face, and neck, down through the shoulders, upper back, and chest, and all the way down through your torso, just like you're standing in a warm shower and it's washing over you from the top down, settling and relaxing everything in its path, down through your hips and your legs. Take your time to really feel this wave of relaxation wash over you from top to bottom, right down through the bottom of your feet. And along with this, you're bringing your awareness and your attention downwards, down into the body, down into the belly, away from the busyness of your mind. Just let any thoughts and judgments be far away in the background. You don't have to eliminate your thinking, but you can become very disinterested in whatever's going on in your mind for now. And just feel and breathe. Bringing attention into the body and out of the mind. Now we're going to do a round of alternate nostril breathing. And for this, you can just plug one nostril with your thumb and the other with your forefinger. Or if you'd like to use the yoga mudra, the hand mudra, you can use your ring finger and your thumb and place 2 fingers on your forehead. And you're going to simply breathe in one nostril, nice and full and slow and deep, while you plug the other one, and then switch and release from the opposite side. And then breathe in that side. Switch and exhale from the opposite side. And then breathe back in that one. Switch and exhale from the opposite side. So you're continually breathing in one nostril, blocking it and exhaling from the other side. Breathing in that side, blocking it and exhaling from the first side, and continuing in that pattern. Imagine that when you breathe in and switch to the other side, you're bringing energy from one side of your brain over to the other side, and then vice versa, connecting the hemispheres of your brain, making this connection from your right and your left brain. We're going to do a few breaths together, and then I'll cue you for the next cycle. Keep going. Let's do about 4 or 5 more breaths on each side. Nice and slow and full. Take your time to get that nice deep breath in one nostril, out the other, switching it back up. If you're breathing more easily through one nostril than the other, if one's a little blocked, that's okay. Just let it be how it is. If after doing a few of these breaths you feel like you need to blow your nose or you've cleared some congestion, that's great. Take your time to blow your nose and have a sip of water. All right, last couple of breaths on each side. Last one. Very nice. Now release your hands, relax, breathe naturally. We're going to do this next cycle primarily in and out of your nose through both nostrils. If you find that you're congested or it's very difficult to take a deep breath through your nose, then you can use your nose and mouth, or simply breathe through your mouth if you have to. But let's try at least a few breaths, breathing in and out of the nostrils. It's a good practice, even if you are congested or find it difficult. And the more you do it, typically the easier it gets. You can actually create more space, expand your sinuses, and get used to that sinus, that nasal breathing. It's a very healthy way to get used to breathing. So we're going to, again, use that breathing into the abdomen, the diaphragmatic breathing up from there into the chest, breathing in through the nose, and then effortless release on the out. Disciplined effort on the inhale. Just let it go from the nose. No pause. No hold. Keep going. And release. In the nose. Out the nose. One breath after the other. As I'm speaking, you're continuing to breathe at your own pace. However long it takes you to get a nice, full, deep breath in, again, without creating tension, without straining your neck. Just notice how it feels through one nostril versus the other, and let it be however it is. Breathing up nice and deep and full through the nose. Don't wait, let it go. Back in. Full release. In again. Remember, there's no forcing the air out yet. It's just a letting go on the exhale. The effort is on the inhale. Belly, chest, head. Now notice if there's any discomfort or dizziness or difficulty or you're feeling any resistance, and just realize that the ego or your conditioned mind wants to maintain control. It wants to narrate your every experience. And this is an opportunity to just let that control go and be the breath. Just allow yourself to be breathed. I want you to just commit to pulling the breath in the nose and letting it out of the nose. That's all. It's a simple task, a simple practice, but it can be demanding. And the closer you move into this pure present moment awareness, the more the thoughts will try to resist. The space of presence does not involve thought. It's above thought. So just let the breath push those thoughts further and further away. And if you feel a little weird or different or like there's an altered state of consciousness, good. You're doing it right. Keep going. In. Let go. No wait. No hold. Keep breathing. Now I'm going to introduce a metronome using the drum, and you're going to increase the tempo based on this beat. And I want you to just decide now that it's okay, it's just breathing, and you're going to just breathe no matter what. Here we go. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, if you find that you started to drift away, or you're feeling really relaxed and your breathing is hard, or you're feeling dizzy and so you think it's appropriate for you to just stop breathing, or it's harder for you than everyone else so you're not going to do it, just see what it's like if you just breathe anyway. Just breathe in and out with the beat and do it. It's not forever. Just until we reach that point where we hold it out. Just a few more breaths. See how it feels this time to commit to pushing through that space of resistance. It's always right before there's an expansion, we feel a sense of contraction. Move through the contraction. Move through the resistance. You got to push through those waves as you leave the safety of the shore. The waves will bash you and push you back. And if you keep going, you'll reach the open, still water. And that's where we're going. Going for that openness, that still point. And we're going to pick it up a little bit, just for a few. And now I want you to push the air out and pull it in using effort in both directions like this. This is the bellows breath, so you can really get your shoulders and rib cage involved. Expanding on the inhale and squeezing on the exhale. Pulling it in and squeezing it out just for a few more. Yes, it's intense. Yes, it's very strange and you're moving into this open space. I'm also feeling it. Let's keep going. What if you let yourself just dissolve now? There is no you, there is no time, there's just an in and an out, and in and an out. Just let the breath become all there is. It's all that's left, and it's okay. It's okay to breathe through it. Almost there. If there's any emotions that are coming up, let them come up. There's nothing to fight here. Whatever wants to happen, let it happen. If body wants to move, if your eyes are watering, if some sounds want to come out, let it go. Let it happen. Move with whatever wants to move. We're almost there. Now I want you to take these big, slow, 3 deep breaths and hold it out on the last one starting now. Inhale. Expand. Let it go. Back up. Fill out. Release it. One more biggie. In. All the way. And then just gently release it and find the spot where it's comfortable to hold. Maybe 80% empty. The spot where you're not straining. When you find that place where you're like, I can stop here. And then just sit there. Release any thoughts. Just notice any of the mental narration. Thank your brain for sharing, and then just let it go. And intentionally draw your awareness into the body, into those vibrations and waves of sensations washing through you head to toe. Notice your arms and your legs, the tingling in your fingertips, any sensations of cold or heat. And if you do need to breathe before I give the cue, you can take a nice big reset, but come back out again and meet us at the bottom in stillness. And now that you know that's available, you can forget about it. Don't worry about the clock or counting time. There is no time here. In presence, we are beyond time. Just in stillness, emptiness, relaxation, surrender. Again, if you do need to reset the breath, wait until your body tells you to. The sensation will come from inside. Wait for that. And when you think you need to, wait a little bit more just to see. You can hold much longer than you think with all of the energy and oxygen you brought into your body. And now your heart rate is slowing down even more. And it's getting easier to hold the more relaxed you are. You're doing really well, and you're perfectly safe. I want you to imagine that there's a ball of energy at the base of your spine around your pelvis. Just visualize that, however it forms for you. And you're getting ready to pull that ball of energy all the way up your spine to your head. Don't worry about why and how. just bring this image to your awareness. And when you breathe in, you're going to pull it like you're pulling energy through a straw, right from the bottom of the spine up to your head in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Up, up, up. And hold at the top. And now see if you can hold it there, but relax your shoulders and let your body just become soft and loose. It's effortless effort holding. Turn your eyes slightly upward. You can have your eyelids closed, but focus on the forehead. Bring your attention up into the temple. Notice whatever sensations are there. And just let those waves of vibration wash over you again. Now I want you to notice anywhere in your body where you feel some discomfort or some heavy energy or emotions that feel stuck. And I want you to imagine that you're balling up all of that heavy energy or tension and bring it right into your throat center. And when you exhale, you're going to let out a big sound, a big sigh. Don't worry about who's around you. Don't be self-conscious about this. Let out some vibration and release all of that tension and heaviness. In 3, 2, 1, let it go. And just breathe naturally. Now, if you feel like there's still something to release, you can shake it out or take another big breath in. Let it all go. Bringing awareness back into the body sensations, the natural sensation of breathing. And for this next cycle of consciously connected breathing, I invite you to breathe in and out of your mouth primarily. So for this, we're going to use pursed lips so that our throat doesn't get too dry. Pulling it in, belly, chest, head. Relaxing it out, the mouth. No pause, top or bottom. You may want to take a sip of water or moisten your lips if you have some lip balm. Breathing through your mouth is used primarily when we're exercising or exerting ourselves or in a space of high emotions, fight or flight. So this may be an opportunity for you to bring up and release any charged emotions that you're feeling in your body. If that does happen to come up for you, while you're breathing in the mouth, out the mouth, back in, letting go, no pauses, no waits. Whatever does come up for you, whatever arises, just let it go. Let it come up. Feel it. Remember, we're feeling unconditionally, bringing this sense of radical acceptance to whatever arises. We can feel it to heal it. Okay, I'm going to breathe with you for a few breaths. Nice and deep and full. In and out. Now remember, we're here to breathe. That's what we're here for. So whatever you're feeling, any state of dizziness or resistance, just breathe through it. We're here to experience a different state of consciousness. It's beyond thought, so notice the thoughts that are just trying to hold you back and just let them go. Don't take them too seriously. Those thoughts are not you. We have thoughts just like we have breaths, like we have heartbeats. Thoughts are brain activity, just like breaths are lung activity. The heart pumping is the heart's activity. Let the body and the brain do its thing. You're just breathing. What's happening in you? What do you feel in the body? What sensations are arising? Is there anything that feels a little charged or a little like iffy or strange? Rather than holding back or fighting it, what happens if you just breathe through it? You just breathe into it. Let it come up even more intensely. Let that emotion come up to be felt and finally released. Rather than suppressing anything that we're not sure about or we're unfamiliar with or that feels uncomfortable, why don't we just let ourselves finally feel it and integrate it? Keep going. Keep breathing. In and out. As I introduce the drum, realize that you're safe. It's okay to breathe through even that little bit of holding on. And as you reach that space of holding back, know that this is your opportunity to just breathe through it. We all have a gateless gate, a point of holding back and hesitation where we typically pull back and to make some logical reason why we shouldn't anymore. This is a chance, if you choose to accept the challenge, to breathe through that space, through the gateless gate, into that openness. Breathing in and out and in and out and You're doing really well. Keep going. Wherever you're at, I'm with you. Keep breathing through it. Trust yourself to just do it. Don't think about it. Don't worry where everyone else is at. Don't worry about what's happening or what you're feeling. It's just breathing. It's just okay. I want you to just breathe through it. And as we move into the faster tempo, you're going to breathe in and out with effort. So it's a pulling in and pushing out, shamanic breathing through pursed lips like this. And you got this. I want you to see what happens if you do it anyway. Here we go. In, out, in, out. Pull it in, push it out. Pull it in, push it out. Use your whole body. Let your whole body breathe in and out. Feel the expansion and the contraction in every cell in your body. Feel every part of your body breathing. Let your whole body breathe in and breathe out. Squeezing it in, squeezing it out. Here we go. Remember, it's not forever. Don't worry about the time. It's not forever. We're almost done. Now here's your chance to push through. If you're right on the edge, push it through. Push it beyond the thoughts, beyond those resistance, beyond the body holding back. Move if you want to move. Rock back and forth. Shake it out. Move your head if you want. Just go for it. Now when I say we're going to take 2 or 3 big breaths, and we're going to finish with holding it in. Only on the in hold we're going to hold it. Get ready. Slow it down. Now, pull it in. Let go. Pull it in. Let go. Last one. Hold at the top. Up, up, up. Bring that energy up. Raise your vibration. Raise your frequency. Elevate your energy. You got it. Hold it there. Now feel everything in your body settle while you hold that energy high. Let the tension come out while you keep the vibration up. You got this. It's getting easier to hold the longer you hold. The adrenaline levels are dropping. Heart rate is slowing down. You're feeling a deep sense of stillness and surrender washing over your body, holding your lungs full and your body full of energy. We're holding the top, everyone. Knowing that if you need to breathe before I give the cue, you can release and do a reset. Pulling it back after. And coming back to meet us at the top. Don't think about it. There's nothing to plan for here. That's why I'm here to guide. You're just sitting in the space of holding that energy up. Feel the vibrations in the body. That oxygen and energy is circulating through every cell, detoxifying your system, upgrading your DNA, invigorating your brain and your body. Trust your body to do its thing. And if you reset, wait for your body to tell you, not your brain. Don't worry if this is longer than you've ever held before. That's okay. You're just here. Don't even think about it. Imagine you're falling back behind yourself. You're observing yourself from outside of yourself. Just a curious, objective awareness of what's going on. The deeper the surrender to what is, the deeper the purification. When you release, I want you to let out a big sigh and just feel all of this energy just moving through the body with a big wave. In 3, 2, 1, release. And breathe naturally. Feel your nervous system resetting. Feel the vibration of circulation through your body. Feel the music moving in a felt sense in your body. And I'd like you to do another scan from the top to bottom, but this time really let go of those thoughts. Just let them be there in the background like clouds drifting by through this clear blue sky of your open mind. And bring your awareness into the body, into sensations in the body. And whatever's there, just become aware in your head, your face, and your neck. What is there? What do you feel? Down through the shoulders and arms. Take your time. Feel it. Through your chest and your back, your abs and your midsection, lower back. Whatever sensations are there, just accept them. Through the lower body, your hips and your thighs. You might feel those points of contact with the surface that you're sitting or lying on that supports you. Moving your attention down through the lower extremity, right through the bottom of your feet. Now, if you were to broaden the periscope, spread your awareness out to feel the whole body as one piece. Just take your time to feel the arms and the legs together with your torso and your head. Soften your focus. How does your entire body feel now as one piece? How does it feel in this moment to have a body? How does your body feel? Notice a tendency to label some sensations as positive or pleasant, and to resist others as negative or unpleasant. And see if you can just release the judgment just for now as an experiment, and just notice sensations. Objectively, curiously, noticing whatever is happening in your body. We store issues in our tissues, and often heavy charged emotions can be held in our body and our nervous system. So notice if there's anywhere in your body where you feel a sense of contraction or holding on, some tension or discomfort. And rather than fighting it or trying to get rid of it, just for now, what happens if you allow yourself to become more aware of it? Feel it. If you were having a conversation with your body, we're listening. What is it telling us through these sensations? What might that strong sensation or that little bit of emotional charge or tension be trying to communicate to us? Are there any emotions or memories or thoughts that come up when you feel it? See what happens if you take a deep breath. Imagine you're pulling it into that sensation, into that spot in the body now. And when you exhale, let it expand, let it start to move. We don't have to do anything except allow our awareness to be there. Simply being aware, shining the light of our attention into that sensation, into that part of the body, is all that it takes to start to move it. And if your body wants to move now, if it wants to release or unwind, allow it. If you feel you're okay to just be still, allow that stillness to settle. And imagine that sensation is slowly relaxing and loosening and opening up. And give yourself permission to acknowledge it. And if you want to take more time to work with these sensations after this experience, please do so. But for now, thank it for sharing and allow your attention to start to expand again, moving out to other parts of the body till you feel your whole body. Noticing the sensation of your body making contact with the surface that supports you. Becoming aware of the sounds around you, the sound of the music, the sound of my voice, sounds in the room around you. Noticing any light that enters through your eyelids. Starting to become really conscious of the space you're in. Embracing the silence. Take an intentionally deep breath. Feel your body waking up and being energized. And when you're ready, without any rush, gently open your eyes. Move your body, stretch, unwind, feel those muscles. Just honor this new connection with your physical self, this deeper sense of body awareness. Appreciating that it's a very valid use of your time and awareness to connect with body sensations and to make time to just be with your breath and feeling what's going on in here versus always being up in here. And welcome back. So it's 7 o'clock. I'd like to honor those of you who are on a timeline. If you'd like to close down, thank you for joining. I posted some links in the chat section. You can copy those down. If you'd like to reach out to me after, you can do so. There's a donation link if you feel called to support these, but these Monday sessions are always free, so no obligation. There is a WhatsApp group, as I mentioned, and if you're watching the recording of this video, I'll post some details in the description section below, and you can leave a comment if you'd like to contact me as well. So to close, I'd like you to just to take a second to honor this connection with your body. Eyes closed. Place your hand on your body, perhaps your belly or your chest if you feel called to do so. And there's a little Hawaiian prayer of love, gratitude, and forgiveness. It holds a lot of power with 4 simple phrases. And as weird as it might sound to say it out loud, I invite you to repeat after me. Otherwise, just feel the words for yourself. And for the sake of this session, I'd like you to invite these words to be directed towards your own body. We really often take our body for granted and push it through a lot. So let's just give it a little bit of appreciation with these 4 phrases. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And when you say these phrases to yourself, notice if you have any sense of resistance to any phrase in particular. Often when we say I love you to ourselves, there's a little, that's weird, and we can feel more comfortable telling other people we love them, but when we offer self-love, it feels a little forced. But let's try and get used to that. I love you. And thank you all for joining. Thank you for bringing your energy. Thank you, those of you who are watching. And I'll look forward to connecting next week. If you're watching this live, I'll stay online for a couple minutes after to answer questions or chat. All right. Love you. Peace.